through ya. Flat back quick like my dead computer. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. I'm from a different life, different type. Energies, flows, vibes. I'm from a different life, different type. Energies, flows, vibes. They couldn't top this. When you team going crazy, it's like a mosh pit. Lonely at the top, they won't give what it's costing. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me, I wouldn't recommend.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Vinny Paz. Rhode Island may be the smallest state in the Union, but its fighter, Vinny Paz, has maybe the biggest heart. The Tasmanian Devil, ready to... Terrence. A lot of trash talk between... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Those counter punches have to hurt. Back and forth they go. Jab misses. Nice exchange here from both men. It is standing room only. Every seat has been sold in this amazing theater.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this part will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You don't want to trade shots. Miss with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here. And there's the bell for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The jab not finding its target. Beautiful counter shot. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. That left hook doesn't find its target. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. And around. The bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. They miss with the jab. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he fails to score with that left hook. Both want a highlight reel knockout. Well done with that. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Paz in this fight. Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catches.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter punch. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Perfect counter lands. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
You've got to to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. Here's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Vinny Paz just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caught him. The straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. Paz in that last round. Switch on. There's the bell to start round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The courage on display here is incredible. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Hook misses. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both trying for a knockout. Good counter punch. Can't find a home with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Here we go, it's round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those spot areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. They exchange punches. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. Swing and a miss with the jab. And he scores with the counter. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You've got someone, and the Tasmanian Devil is down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I need to...
1, 2, 3, 4, come to me.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Stamina is off the charts. So we enter the final 10 seconds here. And did you see that? Crawford is dazed. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, and you continue.
No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What?
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York. Vinny Paz. If you've never seen Vinny Paz in action, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason they call him the Tasmanian Devil.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
And now for the official introductions, we turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Cranston, Rhode Island in the United States, a 2-division world champion known as the Tasmanian Devil, introducing Vinny Paz.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd is one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Which fighter will say no mas? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. These punches coming from every angle. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
And he scores with the counter. Didn't land that jab. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I guess showboating is part of their plan. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. What do we expect to see here in round 2? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And forth they go. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
fight the Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round.
Switch on. You've been posting.
There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And down goes Paz. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again.
They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull him down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Straight right, just missing. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge. Back at it in round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to...
I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. is off the charts. A perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we...
Come on.
Time for the 5th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that hook won't score. Good counter punching. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
A shot from the guns took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Robinson in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is... Here we go in the 6th round. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
You'd like to see more jabs. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That jab misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Catch and shoot. And that left hook doesn't find its target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, like, look at this gay ass shit.
Let's talk about Paz in that last this round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on. Here we go. It's round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well done with that counter shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still...
Bitch ass
As you
nigga.
can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Where...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Robinson. And we enter the 8th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
This can be so frustrating when you're such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
His stamina is off the charts. He threw a punch and just got countered. Incredible work rate. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. So the judges can't make up their mind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans.
Julio's. And he'll be facing Sebastian Fundora, fighting out of Coachella, California, ranked as the best active light middleweight by the Ring magazine.
Just take note. Look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
All the talking has been done. It's time. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Swing and a miss with that jab. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. He takes that jab. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
This is not just fight. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. The jab doesn't quite connect. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been...
Here we go for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. How about that time counter shot? When you're training to fight a Swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
A Swarmer, a good Swarmer, will get inside your back. Wherever you leave yourself open, that Swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Can they figure out the combination to this set?
Skill for skill.
Punch, counter punch. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter. Julio Cesar Chavez just got rocked. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, Just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to...
On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. You believe what we are seeing. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They got out of the way of that right hook. Left hook misses. Can't find a home for that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, we're entering depth. There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Fundora just got rocked. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Oh, and Chavez goes down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are right.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Dios mío, is Julio Cesar Chavez gonna go down? He threw a punch and just got countered. The jab not by... Hold that thought! Oh, and the grand champion might go down. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back.
We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Slip to avoid the jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Chavez in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You don't want to trade shots. And he scores with the counter. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
That one lands. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. Misses with the jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Chavez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Here comes round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter shot. Couldn't land that jab. both going for the KO. It's so obvious. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Perfect counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Chavez in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again or your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Sebastian Fedora is hurt. How did they not go down?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Can't find a home in that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Judges have spoken. Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side. Only two options, be with the winners or the other guys. Yeah, ain't no time. We already on the way. Better get themselves in line. Thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions
Now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. You need to go back out there.